I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming out. I'm coming. Live. Okay, let's see if this audio is working. Who's watching? Me. Sing a few bars.
I'm every woman. It's only
Me.
Zimmer. Jeffrey Zimmer's here.
Sup, Zim?
Ain't no party like a Zimmer party.
Ain't no party like a Zimmer party. Hi.
This mic, my mic sounds weird.
Is yours lower?
Yeah. It's also a shittier.
Oh, do you want to swap it out? The bag is
Hello.
Oh, yeah, that sounds awful. It's on the table. Sorry. It's by my mic. We're testing this out, everybody. This is the beta version of the live stream.
All right, how's this? Better, right?
Yes,
All right.
better.
I think we're doing it, right? Live stream.
Let's just wait like 1 minute for people
For
to
people to come in.
filter in.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Blaine.
Thank you, all the contributors to the Andrew Allen Thirst Trap campaign of 2020. Your donations were very much appreciated. Much to Emily's.
All I'm gonna say is if you have $10 to donate to Andrea simply for having an ass, just give $10 to a homeless person tomorrow.
Do both.
That's all I'm gonna say. Do both. Get you a girl who can do both.
Who can thirst trap and also give to charity. I donate to the ACLU on a monthly basis and to Bernie. So one of your $10 contributions is going towards that.
Bernie didn't do so great on
know.
Super Tuesday. How's everybody feeling?
He took California, which I think is a big deal, right?
He did take California?
Yeah, I do. I think he did. Let me check.
Really? Because
I'm not a political person.
no, if I thought he didn't. I thought Biden took California.
This fucking Joe Biden doesn't know where he is. Like, Joe Biden has dementia. Can we be honest?
And also, like, would fuck your stepmother.
Yeah, he's
You know what I
he's
mean?
kissing children on the mouth. Like, what are we doing here? Okay. Let's see. Super Tuesday.
Can somebody just tell us? Did Bernie take California?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
But Biden took
Amy says, I've accepted the fact that Biden is probably going to be the nominee and Trump will get reelected.
Yeah, we're going to lose.
Yeah.
If Biden's the nominee, we're going to lose.
His dentures are falling out.
I hope everybody's happy.
Are you all happy with what you did?
Are you happy? Are you happy now?
I think, I don't know. I think most of our audiences are probably like Bernie or Warren or very leftist.
Warren's out.
I know. Okay, Blaine says Biden got more delegates. Bernie got California, but Biden got most of the others. Is it boomers? Is it boomers just being like, I like them?
I honestly don't know. I was starting to feel like, well, I'll tell you guys, like, I wasn't like a day one Bernie person.
Me
neither. I wasn't. Mostly because
Bernie bros.
Yeah. And like he seems like an absolute maniac of a human being.
I love it though. Now I love it.
Well, now I love it because I'm like, you're literally my only hope. And also I do like his policies and I think he's like a very earnest person.
Did you watch his Joe Rogan interview?
No.
It was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was really thoughtful. Rogan endorsed him. I was thinking the youth would show up more for him. Young people.
Well, people were showing up like on social media and like people were showing support for him in a way that I wasn't expecting. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but I was feeling very optimistic about it and now I'm not.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think we live in a liberal bubble where all our media is tailored to like our likes and dislikes. So we're seeing all of our friends be like, burn, you know what I mean? But we're
also
not.
Like celebrities and
yeah.
But I guess it doesn't matter as much as we like to think.
Trump. Amy says feeling that 2016 post-election depression creeping in again.
Nope. Don't let it happen, baby.
No. We must fight.
Positivity.
Well, it's like
positivity.
It's like one of the things that creeps me out the most is like because Trump got impeached but not removed. I'm like, if he gets elected again, is he gonna like try to finagle some crazy like, I get to be elected all the time?
It's not possible.
I don't know. How do you know that?
You think he's gonna add more terms to?
I don't know.
You just don't know what's possible.
I don't know what's possible anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's insane. I don't know what's possible.
He's gonna make it like federally mandated to like for women to kiss their husband's feet.
Yeah, it's fucking what do you like? I can't
Before
watch
they're
The
legally
Handmaid's
married.
Tale too often because I'm like, no, it's too close.
I haven't seen the new season. Did you watch Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I never knew you watched it.
So upsetting.
You watched the most recent season?
Yes.
I didn't. I watched season 1 and 2. Was 3 or 4 the most recent?
I'm not sure, but I saw it all.
I didn't see the most recent one, but I saw every other one, and I was like, this is starting to get like...
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. But it's been fucked up the whole time, and I loved how fucked up it was.
It was written by Margaret Atwood, who's a Canadian author, so right off the bat, I like it, but it's creepy. It's creepy. Margaret Atwood's books are incredible.
Yeah,
like
they are.
I've read a lot of them, but
I did too. I was an English major.
I know you were.
I took post-apocalyptic literature.
Did you?
Yeah.
What's your favorite post-apoc book?
Children of Men.
Children of Men.
I love Children of Men.
I did not know that.
But
you contain multitudes, my friend.
I do. I'm very
well-read.
Well-read.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
How do you think we would survive in the apocalypse?
Not well. I mean, I certainly wouldn't survive well because I don't have tangible physical skills. Like,
yeah, I think you develop them, to be honest, though.
Yes, but is there time for me to be trained?
I'll train you.
But do you know how to like hack up a goat?
No, but I know how to like build a fire and a shelter.
Useful. That's also useful.
I could take you out to the woods. Also, Cody Allen's gonna save us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like all of our woodsy fucking fans when it comes down to it. Also, I'll take you all to Canada,
yes.
like Underground Railroad style.
You're the Harriet Tubman of Canada.
Let's compare me to Harriet Tubman and really just get this canceled.
Wait, was it Harriet Tubman or Maya Angelou?
Or that was brought up again recently, and someone was so offended, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah, who was it? They were like, you should delete that.
Billy. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, fuck Billy.
you're the king of offensive.
Yeah, nobody cares.
I don't understand history. Blaine says Handmaid's Tale, someone said Handmaid's Tale Washington was, spooky as fuck. Blaine said, Handmaid's Tale Washington, where they, spoiler alert.
Yeah, so I didn't see this.
So
wait, should I watch it though?
You're gonna be very upset. There's things put in place to keep their mouths shut that are
like an apparatus, like literally keep their mouths shut.
Yeah, like it starts to get real Saw like in the Washington.
No.
Yeah. It's
okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
It's really upsetting.
Have you ever seen American Vandal?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how I didn't know about this show.
Yeah.
It was
underground sensation.
It was made in 2016. I just started watching.
Drop.
It is the funniest thing I've seen in a long time.
It's so funny.
For anyone who hasn't seen American Vandal, it's on Netflix, and it's shot in a very true crime documentary style.
Yeah.
But it's about this fucking numbnuts kid in high school who is accused of spray painting dicks on 27 cars in the staff parking lot, and like he claims he didn't do it, but it's very like Making a Murderer style.
It's so funny.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I love that. Do you know what I saw recently on Netflix? That okay, you know how I love the disturbing.
Yeah.
I watched this last night and I almost vomited, like for reals. It's the Trials of Gabriel Fernandez. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I can't watch it. I saw a preview for it. I cannot watch it.
Even sick fuck me was like, I don't know. I wanted to finish it, but I couldn't. They show you the way that like these two people abused this child, and it makes you. I thought I was gonna vomit. I'm not even kidding. I was nauseous. It actually made me nauseous.
I heard a little bit of the story. Eat. So like he in his early life lived with a gay couple, and they raised him for a little while, right?
The gay couple wanted to raise him, so I was in and out of it because I couldn't. I was like, I was cooking, and I was like, I don't want to eat anymore. Basically. He lived with his grandparents, I believe. There was a gay couple. One of his uncles was gay, and they wanted to raise him. Mm-hmm. But, like, then he lived with his aunt. Like, he bounced around.
But they were family members of abusing him.
No. I think that they just the foster care system wants the child welfare system wants to have kids with their biological parents. As much as possible, like
I don't know why I heard of that. Somebody accused them of like touching him.
The people who ended up taking care of him were incredibly homophobic, and they did say that like he can't live with like a gay couple because they're gonna like fuck him, but
like they were the only ones who actually wanted him and were nice to him.
He ended up in the care of his mother and her boyfriend because his grandma couldn't take him anymore. His aunt couldn't take him. Like older relatives in the family were trying to take care of him, but just couldn't have like the money or resources or energy. So this kid was kind of passed around because the mother was very fucked up.
She was fucked up.
They locked him in a box, like a cupboard. They would handcuff him in there.
Yeah, like I heard such like few key details about this, and even from that, I was like,
feed him.
I can't. There's no way I can watch this.
Beat the shit out. He was hospitalized multiple times. The teacher called child services. Like so many people. There were so many
knew what was going on,
and just negligent, and they killed him. They beat him to death. It was oh my god, I can't. It's so fucked up.
It's
I can't
horrifying.
even. You know how much I love to eat. I was like, I'm not no more eating for the day. I'm gonna vomit.
No.
Yeah. It's so. Oh, did anyone else see this?
All right. Well, welcome to the live stream. Hey, good to be back.
Children being beaten to death.
So, just to let everyone know. Oh, and by the way, I just looked at our feed. It's been 3 months since we live streamed. So I mean, that's way too long. It feels like longer. I missed you guys so much. So happy to be back. So now indefinitely, we will be live streaming on Fridays at 4 p.m.
Yeah, baby.
And this is our makeshift setup, but we're going to do some fine tuning because I know it's not like the prettiest. We don't have any artwork like we used to and shit, but we're going to figure it out. And
we moved.
Yeah, we're in a new studio and it's a lovely studio.
It is.
But just not everything is set up yet and it takes a while. So
it really does.
Happy that you're here with us on this journey.
Lori says, or Lonnie, I'm sorry. Lonnie B says, adding to my not watch list.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Unless you have a really strong stomach and like if you have a curiosity about listen, this stuff is interesting. Did you ever read A Child Called It?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a classic book about an abused child in the foster care system. Yeah. This stuff is interesting because it's like if it were not written about or documented, we wouldn't even know the fucked up shit that happens in the foster care system and like how kids can slip through the cracks. It's it's important that we know this stuff, but like if you're sensitive like I am, you just got to avoid certain media to maintain your sanity, and that's the way it goes.
I was saying to Emily, like, I love Mindhunter, and I found out it was directed by David Fincher, and then we were talking about me and Emily and Andy were in a 3-way call.
As always. I'm always like when he starts talking, I'm like, shut up. I don't want her to know that I'm here.
Why? I always assume you're there.
I don't know, because like, okay, for example, last night I was out late. I was babysitting really late and I was planning to go home, but then I realized like the only reason I ever really go home is to shower or like to pack a bag.
Mm-hmm. You're like living together basically.
Yeah, but I don't want to be one of those people that like that says like, well, we basically live together. Like we don't. I have my own place.
Sure.
I have like one little corner of his room that has my stuff in it, and I sleep there a lot. But like until you're sharing bills with someone, I don't think you really truly live with them. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, but I hear that a lot, and it's always kind of like not annoyed me, but I've always just thought like, interesting. You think you're living together. You're not.
No, living together. I mean,
because all your stuff is not in the same place and you're not like in that person's face all the time. Like we're still like very much in like early relationship bliss where like we want to be together a lot, but like I'm not moving in anytime soon is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, when you live together, it's like you pay bills together. It's like, did you get the laundry? Did you get the groceries? That's living together.
Yeah.
But
like I'm not ready to bring all that bullshit into the whole situation.
Why would you?
No.
I
also love my living situation. Like I haven't been there in over a week. But when I'm there, it's great. This has always been my lifestyle too.
You're like a transient person.
Yeah, I just like I don't know, man. I've always been like that. Even when I was little, I never liked going home. I didn't like spending a lot of time. I would go outside a lot. Like I didn't
What
like.
do you think that means? I'm trying to therapize you.
Well, if we're really going into it, I think
baby,
I think it has to do with me. I think like part of it is normal and part of it is not normal.
It's not normal. No. The amount that you move around is not normal.
The not normal part is like I think that I feel insecure like taking up space in my own home. Like there's something about like maybe I feel lazy when I'm like taking up space in my own home, but like I don't feel lazy in somebody else's home. I don't know. Or maybe it's like it makes me feel anxious to spend too much time at home. I haven't really narrowed it down yet, but I think like I just prefer being in other people's universes. I don't like just like occupying my own universe. I've never been a homebody like that.
I'm such a homebody.
I know, and it seems nice. Like when I see it from the outside, it's nice. And I like being a homebody at Andy's house, but I just don't like being in my own house for a long time.
Huh.
I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird.
And then when I started living with roommates, it got worse because then I always worry about like if I'm overstepping their boundaries and stuff. So that's like the more normal part of it, which is like,
Yeah,
you
that's
just
considerate.
like
I get
literally everyone, no matter how social you are or how much you like your roommates, you love when they're not home.
Of course.
It's great to be home alone. Like, it's great to not like have to share space with someone all the time. Like, that's very normal. What's not normal is like, even if I am by myself, like being in my apartment, I could do without it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. It's so strange.
I know, it is weird.
So when did the 5, so you and Andy are together now, like,
we've been together since June. So
No.
like maybe,
my question is,
oh,
when did like 5-6 days a week start happening? Because I feel like it
maybe like
escalated it recently.
Yeah, like maybe like January,
okay.
January, February.
And does it go like, hey, do you want to like come over again? Like, is there
Yeah.
like, okay, but what about again?
Like, okay, so this is how it started.
Mm-hmm.
It was like maybe like 3-4 days a week, like split between there and my place.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been happier at his place because his setup is more private. So
Yeah.
like he's not, I have 2 roommates, he only has 1, and his roommate is on a different floor.
Yeah.
So like they don't really see each other that much. It's just more private.
Mm-hmm.
And my roommate always has her boyfriend over, and I don't get annoyed by it, but it's just like, if they want to be in the living room, like, where am I supposed to hang out? In my shoebox of a bedroom?
Right.
You know? Or
Yeah,
the
what are you
kitchen,
gonna do? A
like,
couples hang in the
yeah,
living
like
room?
what do we do? Literally never. Like,
Yeah.
it's my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
They're very nice people, but like, no thanks.
Yeah.
We're all talkers too. She and her boyfriend, and then me and Andy, we're all like, us having a conversation is us just trying to get a word in. Like, it's not, we just don't have chemistry, and that's fine. But what was the question? Oh, when did it become?
Yeah.
So then it became like, I would spend the whole weekend there, like Friday to Sunday, and then Monday I would go home for a night, and then so it'd be like 5-6 nights a week.
Yeah.
Then eventually it got to be like, oh hey, I'm going home tonight. If you want to come over, you can. But if you want to have alone time, you can. Up to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then him being like, oh yeah, like, I'll come over. I'd rather have like more time with you. And then gradually it just became like, I guess I'm just like over there every night. So
yeah,
it was gradual.
Yeah.
Do I think it's like the best thing? Maybe not, but like,
I don't know.
I'm comfortable.
I think that's pretty normal couple behavior.
Yeah, like, I'm comfortable. And the other night or last night when I was babysitting, I was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have like a night at home, and then I was just like, oh, I really want to go over there, and I really want to sleep on my own. Another thing is like, you get used to sleeping next to someone.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like,
you're telling me.
It's kind of like getting used to sleeping like with a stuffed animal or something. It's just like comforting to have like a body there.
You guys still banging it out all the time?
Constantly.
Yeah.
More than we used to, actually. More than we used to, because I'm there more often.
I love it. Every time you see each other?
No, we didn't last night, but we did like 3 nights before that. We both have pretty high libidos.
Libidos jingling.
Our libidos jingle in synchronicity. I also smoke a lot of weed. But wait, let's see if people are saying something in the chat.
Cody says, God, I miss being home alone sometimes. Yeah, I get that. I mean, you've been married. That's like a whole... We had I think, Cody, you're going to be interested in the episode that comes out next week, because it's with a woman who's married with children and is talking about like trying to maintain your individuality when you're in a relationship, a serious relationship, and there's kids involved. It was a very interesting interview, and we were worried that it was gonna like
not resonate, maybe, or maybe be unrelatable, but it's very relatable. Like, she said some things that like obviously I haven't experienced.
She's so cool though. She's really well spoken.
But that's also that also made me think about this a little bit more, because I'm like, you know what? This is just a normal phase where like we can't get enough of each other, and that's probably gonna decline
that's
eventually.
the joy of relationships, though. Like, that's why people pursue companionship.
Of course. But I don't want to be codependent. Like, I'm very wary of that because I've seen it happen to other people and it's never pretty. So I don't want to be like that. So anyway, the end of my story was I was like basically like having this internal dialogue with myself, like
you've also never been in a relationship before.
Yeah.
So it's different.
It's different.
You're like finding out what you're like in a relationship for the first time.
Yeah.
So, cut yourself some slack.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not being hard on myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, Emily, just like go home because you don't want to like you need to prove to yourself that like you can sleep
get
alone.
Off the teat.
You can sleep alone. Yeah. And then I was like, who do I need to prove anything to?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So I went over there. That was the end of the story.
Cool story, bro.
Great story, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I've lived with someone once, but it was when I was like 19, so it was stupid. Like we moved in out of like convenience. And I would not consider it an adult relationship, even though it was one of my longer relationships. It's
but you were in college, so yeah.
It was dumb. But I would have lived with Dustin, I think,
if he was here.
Yeah, like had we stayed together and he had decided to move to New York, then I think that the next step would have been that we would have lived together. But I only would ever consider that with someone that I love that much, you know what I mean? And like, we fit well in each other's lives.
Yeah, and you probably wouldn't drive each other crazy because you're normal people to live with.
Yeah. Would you guys live together, do you think, in the future?
I don't know. We haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
But right now, no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's still 6 months in? 8 months?
I don't know. June, you do the math.
I mean, you know how I am with math.
It's like 9 months.
July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 10 months.
Yeah, I mean, it's March right now, so. But what? Sorry, I lost this muscle memory of like looking at the chat,
I know.
Talking to you guys.
Cody says junkyard cat for life.
Yeah, that was funny.
People enjoyed the junkyard cat portion of that interview.
So actually, I had a thought that like I was gonna bring it up on the main show, but then I was like, I don't know. This feels like more of a live stream, casual conversation.
Agree.
Type thing.
Real quick for 1 second, Jeff Zimmer says Val and I would totally do the Frida/Diego thing, which is the dream.
People always cite that, and I'm always like, that they were cheating on each other constantly.
Sure. The idea of it, they had a bad relationship. He fucked her sister. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he like beat her.
100%. Let's take away all the bad stuff, but the separate houses and then a house to hang out together. I mean, that's also like a baller. I mean, that's
rich people shit. But I don't think what I'm saying is I don't think you would want to live in a separate house from your wife or husband.
My parents did the Frida Diego thing, and he was cheating on her.
Right. What I'm saying is I think that like healthy people, and this doesn't apply to every single person, of course not, but like in general, I think a healthy relationship, you should be able to live in the same house. We're not talking about a studio apartment.
Yeah.
You should be able to live in the same house and not constantly drive each other nuts.
If you want to live together. If it's a relationship where you want to live together.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, my parents lived in the same house when they were raising us. And then as they grew in wealth, they bought other houses.
And they would just go separately to those houses.
And like travel and stuff. But also,
I mean, that's awesome.
He was cheating on her too.
Right.
So like, kind of proves the whole point.
He had hoes in different areas.
He did.
I got hoes.
My mom like had a private detective following him.
Amazing.
And like found out like time. So there were times where my mom was like coming home to one of the houses and Rita was like climbing out the window.
No.
Yeah. Like it was like that close of like.
Yeah, he probably got like real risky with it.
Of course,
because
she
eventually
never suspected it. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I can do whatever I want.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Daddy.
Daddy Warbucks.
I mean, yeah. I feel like, to your point, Jeff, I think that the Frida and Diego thing is a romantic and wonderful idea. It requires a very strong relationship. But I will say, I mean, the Zimmers, if anyone can do it, the Zimmers can do it.
You guys seem very in love, and I just am jealous of your family, and that's all.
Yeah. Truth.
They're so proud of their daughters.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
like
the greatest.
They're always so proud of everything they do. It's just like, why can't all parents be like you?
We just cry and look at the Zimmer family Instagram.
I'm constantly crying.
Yeah.
Every so often I'll like throw a comment on there, and I'm like, I feel bad like even intruding in their like wonderful life.
Also, Cody and his kids. Don't even get me fucking started on that. Maybe we should be mommy bloggers, like aspiring mommy bloggers. I don't want to be a mom, but I want to like watch you love your family. You
just want to blog. I just want to throw it back to 2007.
I just want to watch you be good parents. Jeffrey threw the heart in. All right. So what's your
Oh, okay.
Idea?
So I should have told you before we started streaming. I'll tell you later who it is, but okay. Somebody that we both know. Comedian.
Okay.
A chick. She had a long-term boyfriend. I don't think very long, maybe like definitely a year at least, over a year.
I'm trying to figure out who this is. Okay, keep going.
And I had never seen him out in the wild.
Okay.
But on Instagram, she was very. They were very active.
Okay.
So like
together as a couple.
Lots of photos on her Instagram of them together. I think he's a photographer. Anyway, they broke up fairly recently.
I think I know. Okay, continue.
And the reason why I know they broke up. Has she been
on our show?
Like ever?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does she have blonde hair?
Nope.
Okay, continue.
But I want to know who you're thinking of. But the reason why I know they broke up is because she deleted every single photo of them together from her Instagram.
She backlogged? That's wild.
Is that what that's called?
No, I'm just saying it. But that's crazy. I wouldn't do that.
That's what I was gonna say. But I saw this. I was Insta stalking when I was stoned, and you know how like when you're stoned and like you're focused, you get like balls deep in somebody's. I mean, I could do it sober, but when I'm stoned,
I'm like a CIA agent.
Yeah, like I'm like figuring out like. When did this happen? When did this start? Like,
and like at what point in the relationship did it
when
start
did it
to
start
go
going
south?
bad? Yeah, when did she start posting more selfies than like them together? So I see this and I'm like, not like sad, but I'm like thinking like, oh my God, like I wonder if it was a really messy breakup, and so she was like, fuck you, like I'm gonna delete every trace of you from my.
It's a move.
It's a total move.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, I don't know, like. For me, if I post something to my Instagram, like for example, I have photos of, I've talked about this on the show. I have a friend who I'm currently friends with who maybe 6 years ago, there were a few months when like we weren't friends.
Okay. Yeah.
She told me that she didn't want to be
this person. Yeah.
Didn't want to be my friend. I didn't delete photos of her off my Instagram. Like to me, your Instagram's like
it's like a photo
kind of like a diary.
Of your life.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I just wouldn't think to be like, you're out of my life, you're off my social media. Like partially because like I don't think about it that much.
No, neither do I.
But also because like there's something like very somber about doing that. Like eternal sunshine of the spotless mind. I'm just gonna like delete you from my life.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask like what you thought about that, about people doing that. The only thing I can think is like, I would only do it if somebody did something really fucked up to me.
I don't even know that I would do it if someone did something, because I've been with really fucked up people. Not that really like boyfriends are really like I had a friend falling out. There's lots of photos of us together.
Yeah, and you wouldn't delete those.
No, because also deleting those is showing that person that they're getting to me.
That you seriously care.
Yeah, and I don't mind. People can know that I care. I'm like so tired of this. Like I don't give a fuck. It's like everyone gives a fuck. Stop. Enough with it. enough. We all care. Everyone cares.
I mean, if it makes you feel bad to have those photos up, then obviously take them down. Do whatever's right for you. It just made me think about like what would it take for me to delete someone off my social media?
Not petty. It seems unstable. I'll say like the last conversation I had with Dustin, I deleted our entire text history very quickly after that, not because I was like, fuck you. I was like, I know that I'll be tempted to read through this.
Like the whole thing.
Yeah. And it's going to cause me pain. So I'm just going to delete the whole thing just so that I don't have that like option.
Yeah, Cody says, I get it, but it doesn't seem healthy. Yeah, it doesn't seem healthy.
And I also like, but I will say this, like Dustin sent me a message over Twitter when I was at Burning Man. And it was him, and he was like, I know you can't get this, but like, I miss talking to you so much, and I love you. Like, it was very sweet and thoughtful. And in the beginning of the breakup, I would watch the video a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, when we stopped talking, I would watch it because it like made me feel comfortable. Like it was kind of like he was still there. So,
well, I guess it's a similar question of like, would you throw away photos? Would you throw away cards or gifts or?
No, I would put them in a place where I maybe couldn't access them so readily. But like, and sometimes I'll scroll through my Instagram and I'll see if there's like a particular photo I posted of us right before we broke up, and we're like behind a wall, and we're like early in front of a wall,
looking
and we're like
cute,
smiling and shit. And it's like, ugh, it's like a sting. You see it and you're like, fuck, ow. But then now the further I get away from it, when I scroll back, I like go like, oh, that was fun. Like when he came and we did on the Christmas bar crawl, I was like, I look at it now as the pain continues to like go away, and I'm like, oh, that was like fun, and like what a fun like time in that relationship, you know, like that's kind of, because you just have to think about the positive parts of it.
Yeah,
it's interesting. I don't know, maybe she scrubbed it because she's like on apps or something, and she doesn't want people to see photos with her with a guy.
That's a really good call.
But also,
that
like,
could be it.
But you're on apps, so like,
but you're on apps, and it's like from back in November, whatever.
Everyone who's on apps went through a breakup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I just went through a breakup. It's like, of course you did, because that's now you're out here again.
Right.
You wouldn't, unless you're a piece of shit.
Although I could see like the volume of it was a lot of pictures. That's another thing. It wasn't like one or two pictures. It was noticeably like there was a gap.
There's one couple that posts a comedy couple that posts a lot of pictures together.
Oh, I think I know.
And I'm like, you're so annoying, and I know you don't like each other. I know this is a bad relationship. Like, I know enough about the two of you, and like your fucking constant public need to post is so transparent to me.
Well, this does make you think, this type of thing does make you think like it really is true what we say all the time, which is like the most active people on Instagram, the most active couples on Instagram are not the happiest.
No, you're too busy
because they want to appear happy.
To post a picture of you two getting coffee together. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you're too busy 69ing.
Sam Turner says, only if the person is dangerous or stalkerish. My best friend did it, but he was literally threatening her life and stalking her. Yeah, that's another possibility.
I want details. Like, how long were they together? Did she know he was kind of nuts before the breakup? Or was this like a surprise?
I mean, I had a person show up at a comedy club last night who was there with the intention of fucking me.
Tell the listeners, viewers.
Oh my god! So
cunts. This guy was at the Creek.
Yeah,
at the open mic.
I didn't see it. So I think what happened was that I obviously repost my shows when on Insta stories, and I posted that I was on a Creek 10 p.m. show, And then the show got canceled, so I went downstairs to do the mic, and then I left. And then I got a text from my friend Lizzie, and she said, dude, oh my God, a guy went up at the mic and was like, quote, I'm drunk and haven't done comedy in 5 years, and I came here to fuck Andrea Allen.
5 years.
I came here to fuck Andrea Allen, and she left already. And I booed him, meaning Lizzie. God bless Lizzie Cassidy. And Charlie, who's the host, was like, I mean, don't do that. And then he proceeded to bomb horribly. He was like 5'1". And so I said, what did he look like? Short guy, glasses, scarf, leather jacket. I have no idea.
Well, did you see, like,
I didn't see anything.
But did you see, like, maybe who watched your story? Did you try to find out that way?
That's a good idea.
Right?
This is so this creeps me out so much.
Because this has to be someone who knew you 5 years ago, follows you on social media.
Who are you?
But hasn't actually seen you in a long time.
I'm doing it right now.
So crazy.
And but also, like, just because he did comedy 5 years ago doesn't mean that I necessarily know him. But, like, I obviously know of him.
You know him well enough for him to think he can fuck.
I came here to fuck. I'm just, like, thinking about...
It's also, like, it's so, like demonic nightly. Like, I came here to fuck Andrea Allen.
It's also, like...
I came here on a quest.
Yeah, he left his house and he was like, today's the day that I fuck that stupid comedy bitch.
I'm going to the creek and I'm gonna get me a piece of that ass. I know this guy who was trying to hook up with me maybe 8 years ago, 7-8 years ago.
Lord.
When I did a semester in grad school. We were like classmates and we smoked weed. We smoked weed like in my car a couple times. But like I wouldn't even call him a friend.
Okay.
But after that year, he continued to message me on Facebook like maybe once a year.
Why? Like, move on.
Just saying like, hey, what's up? How you been? And I would never respond.
Yeah, I remember this.
He sent me another message this year. This year. And I wrote back like, hey, like,
I know who it is. Go ahead. Keep
sorry
going.
that I ignored you. Sorry I ignored you all those times when you were like trying to hang out with me. I just didn't know how to tell you that I wasn't interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he responded like, oh, that's cool. Like, totally fine. So can we hang out as friends?
No.
As friends?
Do you not hear what I'm saying to you?
I am not interested. Who is it?
Okay, I know who it is. So my friend Lizzie said leather jacket, and scarf, and now my memory is like rewinding. There was a guy with a leather jacket and scarf upstairs, and he looked at me and he smiled and kind of waved, and I waved back because I didn't know who he was, and so I just looked through my stories to see who looked at it, and I think it's this person. I don't know who this person is.
I don't know who that is. Oh, but he follows you and he was there.
Yeah, I think he was there. And she said glasses, leather jacket, and I'm like, this guy looks like
fits the profile.
And I remember him like smiling at me and like waving at me and me being like, who the fuck? Hello, you know what I mean? Because you like meet so many people and you're just like, I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to Lizzie and be like, was this him? What is wrong with you? What's wrong with your brain?
Yeah, what's wrong with everyone's brain?
Like, what are the chances? And also, you decided to go up at a mic and then go, I came here to fuck Andrea Allen.
Yeah, that's very crass.
It's gross.
It's disgusting.
Okay.
I came here to fuck Andrea Allen.
I had a mission. Vince Black. Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh, another Vince.
Oh, great.
Is Vince in the chat? I'm just kidding, Vince.
Was
I would never associate you with this Vince.
All these Vince. I'm like, I've been doing all these pay pig things recently, and I'm like, is it one of them? You know what I mean?
Well, it might have been someone who saw it and was like, she's down to fuck.
Hilarious. I'm gonna send this to my friend Lizzie and be like, was this him? And then I'm gonna block him if it was, because you can't show up
That's
the places.
stalking. That's stalking.
Yeah.
I've never had a stalker.
It's stalking scares
It's
me to death.
terrifying.
There's such little recourse for stalking.
Yeah, I know. And it's so possible now.
Yeah, of course. And
I mean, it's more possible than ever.
Like, there's that woman in LA, Drew Carey's ex-fiance, who got murdered by a stalker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so sad.
So and she had a restraining order against him, even if you get a restraining order. Like, it's like this kind of stuff needs to be nipped.
Well, all they have to do is break it once and slit your throat.
Yeah.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Live stream. Yeah, Rick says, what if it's the pay pig? No.
It's not the pay pig. The pay pig's a gentleman.
The pay pigs stay on the side of their piggy fence.
Yeah, that's what they want.
I was supposed to get money from one of my pay pigs today, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, you really thought that was going to happen? This guy said he was going to give Andrea $600.
A little piece of me thought it might.
I mean, that's beautiful, and I love that about you, that you're that optimistic.
Someone gave me $5,000 for a cat surgery once.
Yeah, that's true.
Wilder things have happened, and pay pigs
that's like,
are a real thing.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but that's just a lot of money. That's like a full paycheck.
I know.
You know,
Billy Presida's done. If Billy Presida can do it,
he has pay pigs.
Billy Presida has gotten money from pay pigs, like that. This amount of money.
Well,
thousands.
No, he gets money from listeners
and pay pigs separate. It's more on Twitter.
No offense to Billy, but like, who's paying for
That's
that?
what I'm saying,
Who doesn't
Emily.
know him?
It's an endless universe of possibilities.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's freaky stuff out there. Do you want to tell them about the Snapchat incident?
Yes. All right.
This is fucked up.
Army of cunts. I need your help. So, okay, so now
Andrea got swindled.
I got fucking swindled. So when I was hashtagging PayPig on everything, these weirdos, like, I'm only calling them weirdos. I'm like, give me money.
They want to be called weirdos.
Yeah, they do want to.
They want to be called worse than weirdos.
Rick says maybe he doesn't get paid until 5 p.m. Rick is so invested in this PayPig thing. Rick Bertelson has been like, we have been talking, and he is like 24 hours till we
scouting
till this fucking happens. Thank you, Rick.
That's nice.
I love me some Rick. So I've
never in my life cared so much about somebody else getting paid, but that's nice.
It is nice. Cody Allen says Billy confounds me. He does. There's no one like him. There really isn't.
There truly is. I'm impressed. I'm constantly impressed.
The universe sent us Billy and was like, figure it out. And we were like, I can't. I never can.
But I'm going to spend my whole life trying.
He's a gift. He's a gift. And he's also a curse. There's a Chicago listener, and I'll get to the feet thing. There's a Chicago listener. Her podcast is called The Whore Next Door.
I didn't say anything about feet.
I'm
just kidding. It is about feet.
Her podcast is The Whore Next Door podcast, and she came to a show when I was out there. We had a lovely conversation. She drove me to my next spot, and I was like, "Who's your favorite guest, or what's your, what shows do you like?" And she's like, "I love when Billy's on," and she's like, "I have to ask, like, is he real?" And I'm like, 1,000%. Everything that you hear is totally real.
But fair question.
Absolutely a fair question. I ask if he's real all the time. I'm hanging out with him tonight.
Would you say that this was your hot mess moment of the week, what we're about to talk about?
I would say so, yeah.
We should segue into that soon.
Yes. And also this listener had a stalker too, and she's reported him to the police.
Whore Next Door?
Whore Next Door, and it's an ex-boyfriend of hers. He broke into her house.
Okay. That's my biggest fear. Not the I mean, yes, the stalker thing, but my biggest fear is that somebody that you think is totally sane turns on you and is totally insane.
And you have no control over it.
And you have no control and no understanding of how it went that way.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Like, how do people get married to people that end up killing them and their kid?
Yeah.
Because they're mentally unwell. But like, you don't know that they're mentally
you don't
unwell.
know. That's why I'm nipping this I came to fuck Andrea Allen thing in the butt, because I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I don't even know that this is half a joke. Get the fuck away from me. You show up at a place. There's one thing to show up at a place where I am. If you're like a fan or a friend, and maybe even you message me before, like, I'm coming to your show, whatever, that's one thing. Like, I'm making my spots public, and I would like to meet like fans or listeners or friends. It's very fun and nice.
Yeah, of course.
But you don't talk to me, and then you go downstairs and bitch about how you were coming here to fuck me. That's insane. You're
a room full of random people.
You're insane. Also, shout out to everyone at the Creek. They were all like, fuck you, creep. I was like, you found the wrong basement to be creepy to me.
Yeah. There are plenty of basements that would be all for it.
Yeah.
But not that one.
Not that one. Kelsey W says, like, a you situation. So creepy. Yes, you don't know people. You truly never can. So one of these pay pigs was like, send me pictures of your feet. And I'm like, how much? And then he was like, $60. I'm like, can you send me $30 for the first one? And then,
oh, did he?
No. And he goes, yeah, I fucked up. And he was like, do you have Snapchat? I'm like, I don't. And he was like, I'll pay you. You know what? Let's pull it up. Let's pull up this mother.
Let's go to the text.
Let's go to the text.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I've never done this before, but I feel like you need to get a deposit.
Yeah, and I was trying to do that, but
he wasn't complying.
No, and I should have just pulled out, but I was just drunk off the possibility of it.
Yeah. Also, it's like your feet.
Who gives a fuck? Do you want to see the feet picture I sent, Emily? This was my good.
Oh, it has your face in it too.
Oh yeah, this is my Goodwill. I already gave him one for free. Are you serious? Okay. Okay. And then I got that from, he sent me this being like, can you do this pose?
Like splaying the toes?
Yeah. He was like, your face doesn't have to be in it, but I need your feet, I need your toes to be separated.
Oh, a little less face, a little more toes.
I'm really more into the foot element of this.
You think you're doing him a favor by including your
It's like,
face.
crop it out.
No, I don't need that. Also, take your tits out of there. They're disgusting.
I don't care. Okay, so I can do that. What's the easiest way? I'll send you one $30. I'll send you one, and you send $30. Then I'll send another. You send $30. He said, sure, or just send it like that, and I'll pay all. And I said, working on it in a few minutes. And then I sent the picture, and I said, how's that? He says, can you center it with both your feet in there? And he says, this is so ridiculous.
This guy's an artist.
He is an artist, and a con artist is what he really is.
He's a con artiste.
He says, low key, I'll offer you even more if I could video chat with your souls on there for like 2 to 3 minutes.
You should have said, my souls can't talk.
Yeah, bitch.
I haven't trained them to speak English.
So he wants Snapchat. So I'm like, whatever. He offered me $150. I'm like, yeah, I'll download Snapchat and I add him on Snapchat. I fucking begin the video session. I have my feet in the air. Do you know how much core strength it takes to be like, hey, yes, fucking.
Yeah. It's like the banana pose.
Yes. I'm fucking working it. His camera is completely dark. He's absolutely,
of course,
absolutely jerking off. And in Snapchat,
is there any sound?
No. You can record your conversation in Snapchat. So basically, he got on there, was jerking it for like probably like a minute, and I'm like, "Can you hear me?" I'm like, "Is this good?" And then he blocks me on everything.
Immediately after he comes.
Yeah. I'm like, you motherfucker.
How interesting.
I reported him on all the platforms. Kelsey says basically doing Pilates. Yes, I was doing bar class.
Yeah, you're like doing the 100.
Yeah. If you feel like you want to harass a person on the internet, please harass http.hgoat, G-U-A-T. His picture is him holding a fish this man stole from me.
It was a dude holding a fish.
I got fucking swindled by a dude holding a fish.
Hell nah.
I can't believe it.
Hell
I
to the
fucking
no.
engaged my core. I downloaded Snapchat. I sent you a teaser foot pic. And as I talked to more like pay pic, like I was talking to Billy and stuff, and he was like, yeah, no, you don't do anything until they give you money. So now when someone's like, hey, baby, you want me to be your daddy? I'm like, Venmo me now to show me you're serious.
Yeah, like on the internet, you can't trust anyone, I guess.
No.
I mean, I don't guess, I know.
Yeah. Fucking HTTP dash fucking H go, you piece of shit. Unbelievable. What was your hot mess moment of the week?
So it's not as major as that.
You gotta question where you are in your life, where you're...
Yeah, right? Well, you also have to question where you are in your life when you're going to the gym and then going about your entire day wearing a pair of leggings with no underpants on that you wore to the gym.
The pussy smell is real.
The pussy smell was so real, and it was real to everyone that was eye level with my crotch on the subway. Because
do you like cross your legs? Are you trying to like block
yes,
it
I was
out?
trying to mask it.
Yeah.
I was trying to like pull my jacket down over it, like try to create a shield.
Did Andy smell it?
Yeah. Andy likes it. I don't know if he wants
Andy.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants this shared, but like he not only does he not mind it, like he does not encourage me to shower.
Yeah.
If you like the vagina that is stinky, you're going to like the stink. Like it's your natural like people like the smell of people that they like the smell of.
Yeah, well my one ex of mine I left a pair of my panties there, and he was like, I put them on my face and I jerked off with them on my nose.
Completely understand it.
Yeah.
Completely understand it, because like I would put one of Annie's t-shirts on a pillow and sleep next to it. Why not?
Yeah.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, totally.
But like I just had to ask myself, like, how many children do I have to pick up smelling like stanky vagina?
Do you think they notice?
I don't think I didn't know what that smell was when I was younger.
Why does Emily smell funny?
Did you eat tuna fish today?
Oh God!
I'm sorry if you guys are so grossed out right now, but like,
no, come on, they're the army of cunts. Did you not know that it was gonna be like?
Okay, no, well,
how did
no,
this happen?
I thought I was gonna shower.
Uh-huh.
I thought that I was gonna have time to shower.
All the intentions were there.
This is also like, this is kind of another hot mess moment. My mom has been asking me for a lot of help recently.
Your whole life?
And I won't go into it too much, but like it happened today too, that like she asked me for help and I didn't want to say no.
Today?
I didn't want to say no, even though like I was going to do something else. Like I was going to go to a class and do something for myself, but I didn't because she asked for help. And so I went there, and then it ended up like biting me in the ass.
What?
So like that's happened twice this week, and I
don't know how you take it. I lose my mind.
I finally like made a resolution. I'm not going to do it unless like I've built it into my schedule.
Yeah, of course.
To help her, because like when it's at the point where I'm not taking a shower and walking around with a stinky pussy.
Yeah.
Or not going to a class that I really wanted to go to, just so like I could not really be thanked in the way that
whatever. I don't want to go on a tirade about your mom, but like
she did, but like that it's still not my responsibility to do it.
You're not being paid to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that
Mm-hmm.
right now, until I have more self-confidence to say it in a different way. Anyway,
Cody says dirty slamdy, hell yeah. Love it.
I mean, listen, he just loves my vag.
That's great.
He wants to make a home in there.
Yeah, as he should.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday.
I hope everyone has an exciting, wonderful weekend.
I have a date tonight, by the way.
Oh,
so.
With a guy.
With a man who I did crowd work at a show, and he liked it.
So exciting.
And he guessed my weight correctly. I was like,
you're the only one who'd be turned on by this.
I mean, it's also like, so okay, so, and I know I have to go, but like my comedy is a certain way. It's very intense. I'm screaming about drinking my period blood, and I'm joking, but like not really. And so I don't usually let guys see me do comedy. Also, it's very
No, it
it's
never.
just-
No,
it's
guys.
uncomfortable.
Just so you know, this never happens. Like I've heard of guys. I've heard of women approaching male comics
Yeah.
after a show. A lot.
Never us.
I never hear about female
Never.
comics. It's just not. Even if your material is not sexual or not aggressive, or
Yeah.
and like even if it's very tame, I think there's something about that power dynamic that's not sexy to a man.
Well, men want to be the funniest guy in the room.
Yeah.
And you're literally the funniest person in the room.
Yeah.
And so the fact that he like loved my comedy
It's so flattering.
was
It's
so
nice.
flattering. And also I was like, well, so now you know what I'm like.
And now you can hang.
Right?
Yeah. And now you don't have to worry about inviting him to a show.
That's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
usually I'm like, oh God, this other dude I'm seeing from an app was like, oh my God, I have to come to your shows. And I'm like, I just don't really do it. And he's like, I'm going to show up anyways. I'm like,
I
dude,
hate when people do that.
do not.
Like, no, I beg of you.
I will be so upset if you do that. I do not want you to do that. It's not about you. This is like,
It's
I'm
not appropriate.
expressing a very like important thing to me that you don't do this.
No, like I didn't include Andy on anything until 6 months in. So.
and then he got
Oh, and then he got the business.
the show of his life at the Creek in the Cave. That's why we don't do this.
That's exactly why.
Because the show could be bad. Like there's a number of factors. But this
the
guy,
show and the shows are bad a lot.
a lot of the time. But this guy loved it, and I gave my number to one of the hosts of the show because he's like, that's my friend, and I'm like, who's the guy with the glasses? He's so fun. He was like, that's my friend, and so I was like, can you just give him my number and like, we'll see. And then he texted me.
Hell yeah! Everybody send good vibes.
Good vibes, baby. Very similar to Andy.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Well, seemingly, we'll see.
Yeah.
He doesn't get like the stamp of approval. The slammed.
The slamp of approval. Is there going to be another team? Is there going to be Team Chuck? Who knows?
Well, let's not like.
You're like, don't get married to this guy in your head.
Right.
We're already married.
No emotional masturbation because it can be dangerous.
Of course it can. Yeah.
Emotional masturbation is.
It is
when you like
build a life with a person that in your mind that you've never spent more than 10 minutes
which I've been
with.
guilty of many times, and I feel like it never pans out.
Oh, no.
But I do have a good feeling. I'm going to be interested to know what happens. You guys are meeting up like late night.
Yeah, he's doing karaoke.
You guys are totally going to fuck.
I mean, we got it, right?
You got to. You can't meet up after 12 o'clock and not
I was
fuck.
like, I'm going to be hanging out at a diner. He has karaoke with his coworkers.
Also, diners,
an aphrodisiac.
they get you in the mood more than you'd think. Is all I'm saying.
Literally every date I've ever been on is either in a diner.
It'd be
or
so
like
funny if
in
you
my
like tried to
apartment.
order oysters at the diner.
Would you like an old dove? I'm like slurping it.
Cocktail.
Would you like to get some fancy?
Oh, can I have a
seafood?
virgin pina colada?
And
the surf and turf dinner.
I order a rack of lamb.
A full lobster.
We'll see.
We shall. All right. Peace out.
All right. Bye. We've missed you. Mwah.
See you next Friday.
Go harass that guy that stole money from me via my feet.